In this problem, we're given a list of n elements and some number k. And what we want to do is we want to output some number x, which is between 1 and 1e9, such that exactly k elements in this list is less than or equal to x. So what does that mean? So let's look at the first example. So here n is 7, and these are our 7 elements, and k is 4. So we want to find some number such that 4 elements in this list are less than or equal to that number. So first thing first, let's sort this list. So 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 7, 10, 20. Yep. So this is the list sorted. So 4 numbers are less than or equal to this number. So it could be 5 or 6. Because once you reach 7, then 5 numbers are less than or equal to this number. So the possible answer you can have is 5 or 6. So essentially what we can do is, after we sort the list, we could always just output the 4th number in that list, because that would always be our answer. That is true in most cases, but there is one edge case. So the second test case is basically the same as the first, except this is 2. So here we look at, let's just pick the second number. So our answer would be 3. But 3, since there are 2 of the same numbers, there'll be 3 numbers less than or equal to this number. So it's only an issue if the current number is the same. So it's 2, right? So if we look at index 2 minus 1, so 1 and the index after it have the same number, then we have no answer. So we would output minus 1. And then finally, k can be 0. So that means that there has to be some element between 1 and 1e9 that's less than every element in that list. And there's an edge case if k is 0 and one of the elements is 1. So if that's the case, we can't have any answer. But if the smallest element in the list is not 1, then we can just always output 1. Okay, so now how do we tackle this problem? First thing first, let's read everything in. So we're given n, k, and we read them in, and then we're given that list. So let's save this list like this, then we just read it in. So the first thing that we do is we sort the list. So we sort the whole list, and now let's handle the case when x is 0. So if k is 0. So if k is 0, then what we would output is, if the smallest element in the list is 1, you'd output minus 1. Otherwise, you can just output 1, because 1 would be smaller than everything else in the list. Okay, so that handles the case when k is 0. So then if k is not 0, okay, what we have to do is we have to check if the number at index k minus 1 is equal to the number at index k, because at k minus 1 it will be 0 to k minus 1, so therefore the size between 0 and k minus 1 is k. So if these two are equal, then what that means is there is no such answer like we saw in this case. Otherwise, we can just simply output the kth element, which would be at the k minus 1 index, and that should work. So for this case, 5 or 6 should work. Perfect. And in this case, there should be no answer at all. Perfect. And now we can just submit. And voila.